What's up, everyone? Today, I'm going to share the story of how I transformed this parking silo into this futuristic dystopian space and hosted the dopest, the illest, the grandest immersive exhibition Nairobi has ever seen. So strap in, get yourself something to drink. This is going to be a fun episode. And if you're not following me or subscribed to the channel, come on, do that right now. Right? Come on. Okay, let's talk about fragments. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been exactly 1 year since I did one of the biggest the biggest shows of my life. The thing is, I just looked at the footage from the show this past week for the first time since last year. I had forgotten just how dope the thing that I did was, and seeing the footage, seeing the people that came, seeing the thing that we pulled off, I got those goosebumps again. Like I was amazed at the awe of the thing that we managed to pull off.
Love is in the details, the music, the sound, the mirrors. It's really something I've never seen done in Nairobi before, and it was really incredible.
There's so much that was not seen, and there's also some messages that some of you left me, which I'm gonna play for the world, so I hope they are not private messages. So today, let's talk about fragments. I am Mutua Madheka. I'm an artist from Nairobi, Kenya, which is in Africa. Just in case. Fragments was an immersive show showcasing work that I've photographed in Nairobi for over the past 15 years. I've been shooting time lapses and just keeping them, and we put them all together to give people an experience of Nairobi that's both chaotic, peaceful. I have photographed Nairobi for a long time, and Nairobi, especially the CBD. I have a background in architecture, so I'm drawn to cities, I'm drawn to buildings, I'm drawn to architecture, I'm drawn to how cities look like, how they're used, how they evolve. Something special happens when you photograph the same subject matter for more than 10 years. You change as the subject matter changes, like you notice and observe so much that you become a historian of that subject, whether it's intentional or not. Like, for me, that's what happened. I found myself as the unintentional or reluctant historian of Nairobi CBD and the architecture of Nairobi CBD.
And Mutua has been doing a lot of architectural photography for so long that this kind of makes sense to kind of get to this place where we're able to see the thought process and to kind of have an experience of Nairobi through his eyes.
This Nairobi that we love, and Mutua has documented it so well over the years and years. Seeing that film and seeing how well it's been put together, curated, and how long it's taken. As a creative, he's also inspired me. I want to go home and do more.
I can't talk about this without going back to 2008 when I went to see Yayoi Kusama's work. 8 or 18? 2018. I got to see Yayoi Kusama in Sharjah Museum and in Stockholm. You know how there are art exhibitions that you see that your brain chemistry changes, and that's what Yayoi Kusama did for me. I've always been fascinated with mirror rooms and the idea of endless reflections and how you can put mirrors together. Like, the science of reflections really fascinates me. And so the plan became this. We build a wooden box. On the outside is going to be unassuming. On the inside, we fill it up with mirrors. You look everywhere, you see reflections. But one side, one wall, is not going to be mirrors, it's going to be LED screens showing the time lapse. This obsession that I've had with reflections, just like I'm talking about with mirrors and reflections with Nairobi, I've been doing that with the cityscape. Something will start with this one image and then reflect it onto itself. And then something interesting happens, and then reflect that reflection onto itself. Something more interesting happens, and then suddenly you take that and reflect it again. Choop. We combined all of these time lapses that were like a visual journey of Nairobi from 2010 all the way to 2025. Then we went into the city, and at different parts of the city recorded sounds of Nairobi. Some was just traffic, some was just conversation, some bus stops, you could hear the people, beba, beba. I went to Blinky because I love Blinky and how he is able to put a certain Kenyanism into his music that feels out of this world. And I asked Blinky, what music could you make with all of these recordings of Nairobi? And what he made was amazing.
The killer is the sound. So if you like in Nairobi, walking the streets, feeling the chaos, the matatus, the boda bodas, the noise.
You know, as you're listening, you can pick out what parts of Nairobi you might be in just from the sound and what is happening around it. So it's really cool.
It's amazing. It's mind-blowing.
I'm so happy that I was here, so happy that he finally decided to have this project.
So picture this. 5 people enter into this box. Before you enter, you're given headphones. Because as much as you're going in 5 people, this experience, we wanted it to be a personal experience. Then you get into the box and the film starts. It's a short film, it's just 5 minutes. And the staccato changes, it goes up from all of these reflections. I'm not sure that I can even show you this film in this video because it will not make sense.
If you're watching this now, John, I experience.
When you're wearing the headphones, I want you to feel like you're wearing your headphones, listening to music, walking in the streets of Nairobi. What you're going to be hearing is your music, but at the same time, you'll be hearing the noise and the conversation of people as they walk past you. You'll hear the kange, you'll hear people conversing, you'll hear arguments, and that's the feeling that I wanted people to have as they're watching this film.
If you're taking pictures inside, you're on all of the frames of Nairobi. It's almost like poetic in the way it's like you're in the environment, you make the environment, you are the environment, you're looking at the environment. It's really beautiful, it's really beauty.
And I'm so proud of Mutua for finally doing this. We've seen Nairobi through your eyes and through your photography, but like seeing it the way you put it out for us there is insane. It's so beautiful, and words cannot describe how happy I am to be part of this experience. I love it. Thank you so much.
For people to feel like Nairobi was inside them, for people to feel the energy that you get in Nairobi. And anyone who's been to Nairobi, if you're not from Nairobi, and all Nairobi people know, Nairobi has a certain heartbeat, a certain energy that cannot be explained.
I literally felt like Nairobi was in my heart. And you know, you go around life, living and hearing and seeing some of the things that we've seen in there. But when it's put into a simulation, you're like, oh my God. It just gives me so much appreciation for the city, makes me fall in love with Nairobi once again.
I think sometimes we kind of forget that this city gives us so much life, and this felt like a reminder and just made me love my city in a whole new way. Nairobi is so fucking dope. Congratulations, you did the damn thing, and it's amazing.
Thank you for inspiring. I know so many people will come out of this feeling like their step in Nairobi is going to be a bit refreshed, a little bit renewed, a little bit more inspired, a little bit more hopeful.
6 minutes later, you walk out of this box, hopefully amazed by what you've seen, hopefully mind changed, hopefully seeing Nairobi way differently than you were seeing it when you entered the box.
There is something about cities we feel like we know, and when you see them through someone else's eyes, you see them differently. From entering the box, from going through the entire experience, you feel an energy. You come out, you see things in a very different way. You see beauty in very familiar things.
I wish it was longer. I would have loved to be there for even 30 minutes, like to really, really like sink into it.
I honestly wanted to to get a sleeping bag and live in there, because it's Nairobi in a way that's it's not just Nairobi in frame, it's Nairobi in sound, it's Nairobi in vision. It's like you can almost smell and taste Nairobi, and oh my God.
That's what I wanted people to feel when they were inside that box watching that film.
To see the images come to life, it was not what I expected. I felt transported into another place.
But importantly, I think you do such a good job as a storyteller, as a story catcher of yours, I think it's really meaningful to see that there is art everywhere. There's nothing that you can look at that can't be seen as art. It just depends on the eyes, it depends on our hearts, it depends on our minds.
It felt so breathable, and to be immersed in that, to be immersed in life, it was a joy. And so Mutua, it is an incredible honor to experience how you see life, how you see Nairobi streets, and to infuse that with so much music and beauty and soul and life. Thank you, Mutua.
Congratulations, you've done the most. You've inspired the next. We are going to try and do better.
Fragments to me was my love letter to Nairobi. My full circle moment from the first time my mom brought me to Nairobi and gave me KICC as a beacon, that anytime that you get lost, just look for KICC, walk there, and then you can figure out your way in Nairobi from KICC. That was what Fragments was. It helped me realize that my path as a reluctant historian of Nairobi is valid, and your path is valid too. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe and do all of those things. Like the video, send it to friends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye bye.